Okay, we will call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for December 12th, 2022 to order with roll call, please.
David?
Here.
Bill?
Here.
Joyce?
Here.
Becky?
Here.
Rob?
Here.
Andy?
Here.
All's present?
Dave, you want to lead us in a prayer?
Lord, thank you for another day you provided for us, Lord. And Lord, let's all remember that great day you was born on that Christmas morning, Lord, the real reason for the season. And Lord, be with our council tonight and our mayor and also with our law enforcement and all the village and everywhere across the world. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
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 Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, I'll get that hat out.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve the meeting minutes from a council meeting held on November 28th, 2022.
You have that motion?
I'll second.
Joyce?
Joyce and
Bill?
Bill? Roll call?
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Okay, takes us to mayor's report. I really don't have much this evening, except, it's that season, man. It's not always a good one. Sometimes it's very difficult. And I had a conversation with a family member today to try to get her jump-started for her week. And it's a beautiful season, but it can be very trying. So you just need to look for the good
Absolutely.
and let it fill your heart, because otherwise you can go down that rabbit hole and we don't want you there. So I wish all of you the very best of the holidays, and, if you need me for anything, you know where to find me. So that's really all I have to say about tonight, and we will go to our President Pro Tem, Mr. Drake.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your sentiment, and I'm sure council does as well, and everyone here tonight. I also see the season as a time for thanks and appreciation, and I would like to make a few small comments of thanks to those over the course of 2022, since this is our last formal meeting. Just a couple of shout outs, if I may, to those over 2022 who have done unbelievable things for our village. And the first of all is all the volunteers in the village who helped out and pitched in on literally every single volunteer possible event. That means helping, the smallest thing from helping a neighbor to the biggest thing of when we had cleanup days or when we had community involvements or when you volunteer every day at the community center. Thank you for all that you are doing. You help make our village really what it is today. I'd like to thank all of our staff and law enforcement, of course, tonight. They work their tails off every single day to try to get things organized for the village, and we really, really appreciate them, especially at this time of year when we look back and we see a lot of what they have done and all of the handwork and hard work that goes into leaving our village in a much better place. We really, really, really appreciate it. And by the way, I'm just going to say 2023 is going to be even more fun. And then, of course, to council, thank you guys, everything, for what you've done this year. You all literally put your backs into things. We have gotten a lot accomplished this year. I am not taking a victory lap, and we're not going to pat ourselves on the back, but I will say that we have gotten, as a group, an immense amount of things done. Just as to remind you, we have gotten a new village administrator. We are working on a water tower, which is almost fully funded, hopefully. Santa, please, stocking. It'd be nice to have a little more money in the stocking this year for water tower. We've gotten things like our fire hydrants done. We've patched streets. We've gotten movie nights. We've gotten all kinds of stuff throughout the village, and we've come together to do that. And you have my thanks for working together to do that. And I leave 2022 behind with the same thing I've been saying all along, which is we're open for business. We want to get things done here, and 2023 is going to be a great year. I can feel it already. We got a lot of stuff planned, so let's get at it. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Any public comments this evening? No? No executive session? That takes us to our Sheriff's Department reports.
See you feeling better?
Huh?
You feeling better?
I feel great.
Good.
I'm not doing a cartwheel though. I'll tell
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Before we get into the actual report stuff, I got a deputy here that's going to be down here working Mount Sterling. You want to introduce yourself to council?
No, come over.
Yeah, you got to stand here close to his mic.
Dominic Parks. So I started here a few months ago and been assigned to Mount Sterling quite a bit so far. So I'm sure I'll be here quite a bit, meeting everybody and keeping town in line, in check. So
Deputy Parks, welcome to our community.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'll make sure you guys all have your cell phone numbers. So
Heck, yeah.
second shift. So
2:30 to 3:38, right?
exactly.
You'll get known in the neighborhoods.
You'll get to know us. You'll get to know us. Very good to have you.
Thank you.
All right, on the report.
Pay attention, Dominic.
Because you will be doing this. I'm not going to be here forever.
Oh, no.
Does anybody have any questions on it?
Oh, I didn't even look at it.
Hey, Jack, have we had any problems with porch parts being Christmas season with boxes being left on porches?
None's been reported, but I've heard people on Facebook talking about it, so nothing's been reported this year. I know last year we had some.
I just wondered.
24 traffic stops?
In 2 weeks.
Is that
Oh, sorry.
That's about average.
huh. That's a lot of traffic stops.
Saw the new sign, one of the new signs up?
Oh, I
Yes,
saw that
I was-
today,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, did anybody get a chance to see it?
It's the
Okay.
one on Main Street.
Yes, over here on East Main. It works. I sit over in the alley and I could sit with popcorn all day and watch that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When those red and blue strobes kick on, that gets everybody's attention right now. I mean, it's instant break. And then they see the sign flashing, and then once they get within the speed limit, then it just stays regular. But it's getting a lot of attention. So tomorrow, it's been there since Thursday. Tomorrow, it's going over here at Market and Columbus Street, and we're gonna leave it there a couple days, try to catch the early morning traffic that comes flying by your house. So they're gonna see the sign, and then they're gonna see me just down the road. And that's what I did with this one, and it worked. Except the one you saw. He was coming the other way over here. But him and I got to meet.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah, we met. The Christmas in the Village, I'm not gonna step on your parade in any way, shape, or form, but I do wanna let you guys know, we had 6 deputies down here. 3 of them worked the London Christmas, and they said Mount Sterling was just as crowded, if not more.
Wow, good news.
Yeah,
Kudos to you and your crew, girl.
yeah. That's awesome. Thanks to the community, too, for turning out for that.
Absolutely. All right, anybody have any other questions?
Keep up the
All
great
right,
work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Law director, nothing. Misty's not here today for utility. Mr. Burns, village administrator. Mr. Byrne. Right, added the S on.
Yeah, it's easy to say, Burns.
Burns here. Thank you, Mayor Darlington, members of council. Couple things going on. The HVAC system over at the water plant has finally been repaired. It was in pretty bad shape. So, thank goodness for that. We'll be talking a little bit more about the fire alarm system over there. We've been in violation for a little bit, and everything, it should be up to date by the end of this week on that fire alarm system. And we're getting ready to order a salt dog. This is a piece of equipment that goes right in the back of the pickup truck that holds a couple cubic feet of salt and can spread it from the middle of the truck instead of off to the side, so you get a better coverage with it. Plus, it's on the pickup truck, so they can get around a lot better with it. And tomorrow, we're going to kick off our tree and decoration committee. We have a meeting at 2 o'clock.
Thanks. I forgot.
I bet you did. And that meeting's at your place.
Oh, okay.
So, whatever we got to eat will be fine.
All right.
Are there any questions? Thank you very much. Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you.
everyone.
Merry Christmas.
I will say he really has jumped in with both feet and gotten a lot of things done in his short tenure here, and I tell him he has to stay at least till the end of next year, so I threaten him with that every day. All right, zoning and building. Ms. West, you have a report for us?
I do have a report. So what I can give you is year-to-date numbers except for November. Okay, so in September, our building department went to new software that was supposed to make life so much easier, and it hasn't accomplished that yet. So we're struggling. So, but I know I haven't reported in a while, so year-to-date for residential permits, we've done 139.
That's amazing.
So far. We've done 21 new dwellings, and I know in November there was at least 4 or 5. We've done 21 commercial permits, then we've done 13 zoning permits, and we've had 3 variances throughout the year. So I feel like we've been pretty busy.
Yeah.
In November, there's been quite a bit, it's just I don't have it to report for you at this time, so.
Good. Do you have any questions? Okay. Fiscal officer.
I don't have a lot to report either. It's year end. I've been through a lot of trainings and have a few this week. So if you don't hear from me via email or anything, that's where I'm at. I will be busy at the end of this month and January. I think we got our last reading on our budget for 2023. So I didn't have any questions or comments from council or anything, so I'm just gonna ask if we can approve the budget, or the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget, and appropriated the cash summary by fund report, the re-report, and I also have the November bank reconciliation. You will see an adjustment on here. That is a return check from the water department that we're attempting to still collect for NSF fees. But again, the budget is balanced to the dollar, to the penny, nothing more, nothing less. So I'm asking if you guys would approve those.
You have that motion.
I'll second.
Joyce, David?
Roll call.
David?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Bill? Hold on. Joyce and David. Bill?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Joyce?
Yes.
Let me do a rewind. Becky?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, so I
Okay,
will
David got
circulate this
double
around.
Twice.
Yeah, I got a double header.
I know, I had David on my mind after I was trying to repeat it again.
Oh, mercy.
So
Oh,
I have
my.
3 pieces of legislation for you guys to sign.
Yep.
If I can-
The year's almost over. Whoa.
It's in that water bottle.
Okay, that's all I have.
All right.
Fantastic.
Committee reports, finance, Mr. Drake.
I don't know if I can follow that up, but we'll just leave that alone. We actually have not met yet for December, but are going to try to take care of paperwork before the end of the year, which our fiscal officer, should she decide to get organized, hopefully, knock on wood, someplace that we will have all that to take care of. We're going to try to do that this week, so everyone look out for the posting on the website, and we'll get you that up there. Other than that, I don't have anything else on the finance side.
Pleasant Township, David.
Yes, we had a meeting last Monday, and a lot of the residents and farmers came out to this meeting to talk to the trustees of a possible truck stop coming to Pleasant Township. There was some negatives about it, and there's some positives, and the trustees recommended to them to go to the commissioners and the Madison County Zoning Board and state their views there, and they see what they could do. And so we had over 4 different speakers, which is a lot for a trustee meeting. But they recommended them to go to their zoning board and also talk to the commissioners, and that was the main topic. Then the rest, we paid the bills, and that was about it.
Okay, very good, thank you. Squad, Rob.
Nothing new to report. We haven't met yet this month. We will meet on the 14th at 8 p.m.
Okay, Fire, Bill.
We had our last meeting on November 29th, paid the bills. We talked about station modifications. They want to work on the inside of the station. Those are about to start. And the station repairs were from where they had the little mishap with the fire engine. We're almost done at that time. At that time, they were waiting on one door. I don't know if they got it. I drove by there the other day. It looked like it had two matching doors. So, okay, it's done. We voted to buy a new fire engine rescue. And we also hired a new firefighter. And our next meeting is going to be on December 27th.
Thank you. Water, wastewater, Becky.
Hi. We have not had a meeting since our last council meeting. I'm going to talk to the administration again and see if there's anything that we need to discuss before year end. And if so, we'll get together in the next week or two. And if not, see you at the first of the year.
Okay. Street, Andy.
We met on December 7th. We talked about potholes and snow removal, make sure that we're set up for the winter. Potholes are going to be a little bit of what they are. We're going to monitor them and stay on top of which ones on particularly State Route 56 and 62 could open up. We hope that they don't open, but you hope for the best but expect as always. So we'll be on top of them. And on that note, I think that's about all we covered. And we'll see you all in January. Next meeting will be in January.
On streets, while watching the new stop signs on High Street, a lot of the residents came up and asked about maybe getting some stop bars put down. So people, if they don't see the stop sign, they at least can see the stop bar there.
I think that's a great idea.
What is a stop bar? I'm sorry.
It's just a painted
It's
bar.
a reflective,
just a bar?
reflective
Oh.
surface
Okay.
so that you can see. Sometimes it has the word stop written out as well. I think that's a great idea. We've actually talked about that and a crosswalk, whatever that makes sense, and maybe combining the two. So all that's on deck. We have unfortunately just completed an order for new signs and equipment. So it probably wouldn't be in this order. It might be in the next one. And then we also are looking at the placement of the one particular sign on High Street is it Houston? Sort of at Houston, that needs to be possibly tweaked and adjusted a little bit to more line up to where it needs to be. So all that is on deck, and we're going to stay on top of it, and we're going to keep on keeping on with the signs. So
They just asked me to
we
mention it.
thank you. We appreciate that, and that is a good idea. And we really, really would love a crosswalk there if we could get it, because that would be right into the park, and they would use that, I think, quite a bit.
Those stop signs up with the understanding that they would probably be tweaked. That's the residents got it.
Yeah, well, a couple of them just seem to think that once the stop signs go up, that it's gotta happen, everybody's gotta stop. Well, you got people who lived here all their life and
Right.
has drove High Street
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
And all of a sudden there's a stop sign, they're not looking for that.
Same deal with New Street and Market, and
Yeah.
we've been through this before. So we will get over it. I would say that Market Street is working out really well at this point. It is. I was there at church Sunday to see how much traffic was still driving through. It was. David can also talk a little bit about that, but I thought it was pretty darn good. And I've been watching people at the four ways and all the new intersections we created, and they're doing well. So we just need to stay on top of High Street and make sure that we're doing what we can do on High Street.
Sounds good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Parks and Rec, Becky?
Yes, we haven't had a meeting. Again, if we need to get together in the next couple weeks, we probably will. I know our grant papers have been turned over to the law director to look at, so we can get all the paperwork done to.
And we did get, I did get an email from the aquatic grant that had me sign, do a DocuSign thing, so I would anticipate those funds will be coming sometime soon.
Right. So the aqua grant,
Aquatic.
aquatic grant, forget what it was called, we have some fun things scheduled for that, including like a fishing trip with Meadowview and some different things for next year. So next year's going to be great because we're going to be able to really start spending that money and getting some things done at the park. And as I mentioned before, we did get all the cement pads poured that we ordered right now, and the one memorial bench is in place and it's secured. And I've seen on Facebook a lot of people absolutely love it, and they've even went out and put a wreath on it, so it's very nice. And I also noticed that some people were asking, you know, how do they get a bench for this or that person? And the benches and trees, we are doing a fundraiser. They have to be funded because the park has no funding. So if you want to purchase a tree at the park with a memorial plaque or a bench, you can get a hold of Park and Rec or the mayor or Courtney or just Town Hall, and we can give you more information on that. And I know we have some money that was raised from Christmas in the Village at Hammer Time next door. They did a chili cook-off, their 3rd annual, and I know they raised money for the park. I'm not sure if you haven't got the number.
We were gonna go over there this evening, but I got stuck with other meetings.
That's okay.
so-
So hopefully that money will come in soon. And then also, the mayor had put together all these baskets that are in here, and I believe they drew tonight for the winners. But I know you raised money for the park for that as well, and it was
$400.
$400, so that's awesome. So every little bit helps, and like I said, I think we have phase 1 funded, which is going to include playground equipment and a dog park, and trees and benches. The new fence should be getting repaired soon. And then phase 2 has a lot of fun things lined up too. So, like I said, we're going to hit the ground running the first of the year with all that planning. So, did you want to wait and do the money for the park later or now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's all I have.
Thank you. Record of retention, Andy.
Yeah, we met last Friday, December 9th, and let's see, reviewed documents, some of which you can see right over there on that desk, I said, or desk right over there. And gosh, there's a lot of records we have stashed here. So we'll be keeping on, and so you'll see us after the first of the year tackling more down there and possibly upstairs, and so we'll keep on going. So that's my only report I really have right now.
All right. Nuisance and abatement, Joyce.
Thank you. We met tonight at 6 o'clock. Our residents were absent, so it was just the 3 of us. But it was a good meeting. We talked about some outstanding ongoing issues that we're going to try to get resolved with Mr. Burns' help. We appreciate that. We did a nice little recap on 2022, and I think we're all in agreement that it was a successful year considering 3 newbies were on the committee. And the spring cleanup and the cleanup, the fall, the cleanups, all of the cleanups were very successful. So we are looking forward to whoever is on the committee. We're hoping that a lot of these things that we have in place now are continued, that they'll start planning early in the year for the spring, because that's basically our big one, where we partner with the Nazarene Church. It was a brief meeting, nothing really new, a couple of new that we will, like I said, with Mr. Burns' help, we were going to follow up on those. Otherwise, we did a recap of 2022 and all is well in our little universe here. So on behalf of the Nuisance Committee, I especially want to thank Rob Longcoy and Bill Tilley for all of their efforts, and any of the other volunteers that I haven't mentioned that were a part of our cleanups. It's much appreciated. The village is, I think, in a better place ending the year than what we were at the beginning of the year, and it's because of all of the hard work brought forth by our committee and volunteers of the village. So that being said, everyone have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you
Absolutely.
after the first of the year.
Thank you. Safety and block watch, Bill?
I have nothing new to report. We didn't have a meeting this month.
Planning and zoning, Andy?
I don't have anything new to report other than to say that the group is looking at ways to make the village more friendly to business and whatever we can do in order to do that over the course of the year. We did get a lot done. I'm very, very, very thankful to the time and energy which the committee put in. We have a lot of residents who do volunteer, and the major result of that is our new zoning map has been adopted. All the hard work that Christy and Tom have put in and keeping things pointed the right direction as we've been building out Wingate 2 and all the work that's gone into that, and we look forward to seeing those residents next year. So it's been a great year, and we thank everybody for their help and service, and we'll see you after the first of the year.
Yes, and we will state that we get comments about your office all the time and the great work that you guys do, and that makes everybody look good. So we
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you
for
very
that.
much.
Thank you.
That takes us, well, no, before we go into ordinances and resolutions, I will entertain a motion to cancel our next meeting, which is scheduled for the 26th. That is a scheduled day off for us, and we normally,
Observed holiday.
observe holiday, yeah. So, and we normally don't have the last meeting of the year because there's really not much going on. So could I entertain a motion for that?
You have that motion?
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
David, Rob,
Roll call, please.
Joyce,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Wonderful. Ordinances and resolutions.
Okay, so we have 3 pieces of legislation. The first one is not new news to anybody here or to the public. This is ordinance 2022-18. This is on the 3rd reading. This is an ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures in the village of Mount Sterling for the state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st of 2023.
Is there a motion to place this on the 3rd reading?
I'll give you that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second?
Bill, Becky,
Roll call?
Becky,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Okay, now I need a motion for passage of ordinance 2022-18.
You have that motion?
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
David, Joyce.
Yes. Roll call?
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Becky.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2022-18 has passed.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you. Now my work's done.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it has.
Just
The next
begun.
one is resolution 2022-07. This is going to be placed as an emergency. This is a resolution authorizing the mayor or her designee to renew agreement with the Madison County for the operations of the facilities and declaring this as an emergency.
Okay. Do I have a motion to suspend the rules for resolution 2022-07?
I'll give you that.
I'll second.
David, Rob?
Andy, Rob.
David.
I did it again.
Gotta
Andy
watch
and
her.
Rob.
Do you need to thump on yourself?
Andy and Rob.
Well, thank God the year's almost
All
over.
right.
Thank goodness.
Andy, Rob.
There we go.
Roll call, please.
David,
Yes.
Andy.
Wait, what? Start over.
David again. Andy,
Yes.
David,
Oh, I get the double header again, yes.
That ain't fair. Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes.
Alrighty. Now I need a motion to place this on the first, second, and third readings.
You have that motion.
I'll second it.
That would be Joyce and Rob.
Not David.
Roll call, please.
Okay, this one goes to David.
Oh,
This is
yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt resolution 2022-07.
You have that motion?
I'll second it.
David, Rob.
Very good. Roll call?
Okay, Bill,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Rob.
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Okay, resolution 2022-07 has passed and is an emergency. All right, we got one more. Resolution 2022-08. This is also an emergency. is a resolution authorizing the mayor or her designee to enter into an agreement with Silco Fire and Safety for the village's fire protection services and declaring this as an emergency.
And Tom touched on that a little bit and during his report. So I'll ask for a motion to suspend the rules.
I'll give you that.
I'll second it.
Andy, Rob,
Yes. Roll call?
Joyce,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
and Bill.
Yes,
Now I need a motion to place this on the first, second, and third readings.
Have that motion.
Okay,
I'll second. Okay,
David, Bill,
she beat me.
Don't confuse her anymore.
I know, right? I've been
Roll call,
confused.
please.
Okay, Becky,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
Had a little much eggnog there before the meeting?
Maybe not enough.
Not enough.
All right, now we need a motion to adopt Resolution 2022-08.
Motion?
Seconded?
Becky, Andy,
Roll call?
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes,
Joyce,
Yes.
and Becky.
Yes.
Okay, resolution 2022-08 has passed.
Thank you. Roundtable, for our last roundtable.
Before we go to round table, I gotta get something on my chair to show what I gotta do.
Oh,
Okay, it's a little frightening.
Cut.
I think this is a
Oh, my.
demonstration of some
is this
sort.
like costume?
Uh-uh.
Oh, my.
Oh, yes.
Well, I thought I'd wish everybody a Merry Christmas because.
Oh, I
You needed to be in the parade with that.
That's right.
And that nose lights up like mine probably will at Christmas. So, just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
like very good. Anyone else?
I do. As we alluded to earlier, Christmas in the Village was a big success. Lots and lots of people there, and I want to thank everyone, the community members, of course, the business owners, the volunteers, everyone who donated money and items, and then council and the administration. I mean, I think I saw everybody out there helping and supporting the cause, and that makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So thank you.
It was warm and fuzzy in here, let me just tell you.
Yeah, it was cold outside.
It was cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the parade and it was really cold, but it was good. It still didn't keep anyone away. Luckily, we didn't get that rain that night. It was all over. So everyone had a great time, sold out of hot chocolate and all kinds of stuff, and everyone had a really good night. So thank you for that. And then I also want to mention, just went to a ribbon cutting for Friends of the Library this weekend, and I know David and Andy and myself were up there for the, they have a really nice, the Friends of the Library, they had built a box that has books and food items in it. It's really nice, and it's available anytime for anyone to take anything they need. And I know Melissa did a lot of work on that, and she did a great job, and that was nice being invited to that and going to that. So good luck to them. And yeah, and I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone too. So thank you.
Anyone else?
I gotta make a compliment about the parade. I was blocking off one of the streets, helping a little bit. 3 people came down from London, and our parade was just as good as London's. That makes me feel good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did want to say the
Right.
law enforcement, I mean, at every turn there were law enforcement, and that was great. And the firefighters got involved, of course, and the EMTs. So it was nice that everybody got involved. I know after the parade was over, Jeff's like, I couldn't turn. It took him like a half hour to get back to me because he said there was policemen at every alley making sure no one, cut through the alleys and did anything crazy. So that was really nice that you guys
We
showed
had a
up
couple
like
folks
that.
who were trying to join the parade a little
Yes,
bit. but,
I know. We
well,
had a few that tried to cut in.
It happens every year.
But we kept
somebody
him-
somebody
we
wants to
kept him
crash the
down.
party.
Yeah. So,
Well, the good thing about going into 2023 is that we have the same council. I mean, a lot of times we have new people coming in, but we're all gonna be seasoned for next year. So I look forward to working with everybody, and I think we're gonna have a wonderful year. And when I tell you there are good things coming, there are good things coming. So buckle up, everybody. It's gonna be a good ride.
Good year.
So
Good year.
until next year.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New
Christmas.
Year.
Christmas.
Happy New Year. Thank you. We are adjourned.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jack.
Tree meeting tomorrow. Is Misty here tomorrow?
You might as well,
Misty,
because
is
we're
she
all,
here
we're all
tomorrow?
want to
Okay.
know.
Just a reminder about the tree meeting. I forgot. I knew it was coming soon, but I
Should be outside.
forgot.